All right, next thing we'll do is dive into the source settings. So if you use the lead system at all, the source settings are an important variable. They not only tell you where that lead came from, it also allows you to determine the actions that are taken by the system when leads come in from different sources. So on this page here, you'll see a lot of action buttons. These are designed to allow you some more operational efficiency as you go through this. So first and foremost, all of the switches in the source setting itself are use case specific. So we do have link outs to our source definition page, and this is a good opportunity if you are unsure whether or not you should, select yes here to interact with our client services. So we do offer chat on our website. These are great ones. Hey, I'm not sure if I should use set unmatched lead cost to 0, and then we can help and have you confirm that. Now on this page, you can prioritize or reorder these columns on a user by user basis. So a lot of these options in here may not be applicable for you. And so this allows you to really customize the UI to make things easier for yourself. So you can check and uncheck ones, and you can also drag and drop them. So that will reorder this page so that you can get that to look exactly as you want. Now, when we're going through, you can add a new source. So this is going through the full process, giving you all of the options for those switches. And then we also have a more expedited source wizard. And this will allow you to define what your given use case is, and it kind of trims out all of those unnecessary switches to give you the bare minimum it takes to create that source for that use case. And then we have updating the default values. So this can be used two ways, both to make things easier and set default values when you are creating a new source, as well as making bulk changes to the source settings. So many of our clients will have literally hundreds of sources. There may be situations where you want to make a bulk change across the board. For example, you may want to turn our optional add-on lead QC for all of your sources. So this can then be done utilizing this column here. And then if we do save this, it will update all of the existing sources with this new value. There may be opportunities for you where this source is no longer applicable for you. We do not delete sources, and the reason is because there are transactional records created with them. But you can deactivate the source, and you can also hide that source within the configuration switches here if you want to remove that from your UI. When we come down to the individual source level, as you saw, this is how you edit the source. You can copy sources. So you can make new default ones, but if you are creating sources with the exact same use case, the copy source function will copy all of those configuration switches. The next one is typically when you are creating a new source, the question becomes what you want to happen to all of your existing filter sets. We do have backend configuration switches that can default so that that source is then automatically selected in all filter sets or no filter sets. I believe the default for most clients is no filter sets, but that could be changed. This would also allow you to select which of your partners per lead type that you want to add this source to. So if we go into a source that may have some more filter sets and look at that configuration, this would allow you to then select and add these to whatever filter sets that you want. Next option here, excuse me, you can also modify it by partner label and add or remove it. So that is another way that you can bulk add sources. The next tab is the history. So a lot of times, especially when we're talking about troubleshooting, why didn't the lead come in from this source, or why did this source receive a certain response? The history will show any changes and who made them. So this helps to track back in terms of troubleshooting, and many times we'll go through the support process or a ticket process to help troubleshoot a client. We go to this history tab and we see that a user had made that not active or disabled some check that you wanted to put in place. Next up, we have quick add buttons. So this would allow you to add this source to all partners or remove. And then this would allow you to add it only to those active partners. And then finally, you can set limits. So if you do put a limit on this source, after that limit is reached, that partner or that source will receive an error or unmatched response depending on their use case.